Hello, fight fans. Seattle Mike MMA with friends, and this is your ultimate UFC 256 preview. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like everything fighting. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that bell so you're notified whenever I drop a new video or go live, like basically for every major MMA, boxing, and now bare knuckle event. Let's go through all of these fights. There are 10 now. There was originally 14. Due to the Tony Khabib virus, a few of them got canceled. Start out with Gavin Tucker versus Billy Corontillo. Pretty close odds. Tucker plus 135. You're going to make a little bit more on him. Billy Corontillo, you're going to have to put down 167 to make 100. Tucker, you're going to make 135 on 100. Sam Hughes, a very, very late notice replacement. Angela Hill came down with the Tony Khabib virus, so this is about a week notice. I have no idea even who Sam Hughes is, and I don't think too many other people do, and that's probably why we see such huge odds. Sam Hughes, the biggest underdog on the entire card, plus 450. Tisha Torres 670. That's a lot of money to put down to make $100. Chase Hooper versus Peter Barrett. Chase Hooper, youngest fighter in the UFC, I believe, still 20 years old. He comes into this a big favorite, and a lot of people have talked about his striking or lack thereof possibly being an issue again in this fight, as it was in his second fight, and his first fight even got pieced up a little bit. So those odds are maybe a little bit surprising. I didn't put anything down on him. Chase Hooper, he's got great grappling, but yeah, he's kind of like Ben Askren. His striking so far from what we've seen, the only thing I can say is it sucks. Coming into 4, 5, and 6, Henado Macanyo versus Raphael Fiziev. A little surprised to see Macanyo an underdog in this one. He is getting older, though. He's lost a few, so I mean, there you go. I think that's going to be an extremely entertaining fight, though. Cub Swanson, Daniel Pineda. Pineda, that's a mistake. That should actually be minus 159. I just noticed that. Cub Swanson, a slight underdog at plus 127. And then Cyril Gane is a huge, huge favorite against the former UFC heavyweight champion Junior Dos Santos. I wouldn't have him that big of a favorite. Not at all. But Dana White recently said he's planning on cutting 60 fighters. He's cut about 5 in the last couple weeks. Big names, of course, Anderson Silva, Yoel Romero. Then he cut Matt Wyman after his loss on the last card. So I'm expecting a lot of these fighters who have big contracts, these high 6 figures like Junior Dos Santos, coming in here probably making 500 G's just to show. If Junior Dos Santos does not win, don't be surprised if he does not get cut. It's a lot of money to put out for an aging champion, former champion. Let's go into the heart of the card. Mackenzie Dern versus Verna Hondaroba. That's a very good fight. Verna's a very violent fighter. Of course, Mackenzie Dern good on her feet, better on the ground. I think Verna, she's got a lot of things that she does well. Mackenzie's going to have to come in very well prepared. I think she's very hungry, though. I don't think she's going to underestimate Verna. I do think Mackenzie gets it done. Kevin Holland versus Ronaldo Jacare Souza. This is another one kind of like Junior Dos Santos. If Ronaldo Souza loses, don't be surprised to see him cut. He's coming in those 6 figures too. I don't know what exactly he's making, but I'm pretty sure he's getting a couple $100,000 a fight. easy, and Kevin Holland, not far off of the Contender Series. And speaking of Kevin Holland, if he wins today, he'll be just the third fighter in UFC history to win 5 fights in a year, and I think it's all that more impressive that he's done it in the shortened year, the shortened virus year. So big props to Kevin Holland. Don't be surprised to see him as a candidate for Fight of the Year if he should get past Souza today. And by the way, I think not only should he be the favorite, which is just an ever so slight underdog, I think he should probably be a pretty big favorite. I would put him like 2-1. I think Ronaldo Souza's best days are behind him. Let's go into the co-main and main event of the evening. The return of El Cucuy, Tony Ferguson, against Charles Cowboy Oliveira. These guys, a lot of similarities between these guys. They both have excellent striking, excellent accuracy, great speed, put together a lot of combinations, and they're just as dangerous when you hit the ground. Both of these guys, they have a plethora of ways to take you out. Tony Ferguson, unless age catches up with him overnight, I just think everything Charles Oliveira does, Ferguson does it just a little better. And I expect Ferguson to get either a unanimous decision or a late third-round stoppage. I really wish this was a 5-round fight. If it was a 5-round fight, I would definitely pick Ferguson by finish. No hesitation. That brings us to the main event of the evening. Champion Deiveson Figueiredo taking on number 1 contender Brandon Moreno. Both of these guys fought just 29 days ago on UFC 255. They both finished their matches very quickly. We've had several fights fall out, including the original main event for this card. So Figueiredo says, hey, I'll jump in and defend my title. I didn't fight for very long. Brandon Moreno says, hey, I'd like to challenge him for that title. Nobody argues, and here we go. We have two fighters that, they were already in shape. They took very little damage in their fights. Deiveson Figueiredo, I think he is the hardest hitting flyweight of all time. I think the only guy that you could compare was John Dodson, but I think Figueiredo, he's just done it against better competition. He is dangerous standing. He's dangerous on his feet. Brandon Moreno, take nothing away from him. I'm actually kind of surprised he's quite so big of an underdog. But I understand it because Deiveson Figueiredo, this guy is a finisher. And eventually he's going to end up at bantamweight because he has a hard time making that 125. But he's been making it now, and at 125, God, that guy, he's so strong, he's so powerful. I got Deiveson Figueiredo. I think he's going to finish this, and I think he's going to finish Brandon Moreno by TKO or referee stoppage inside of 3. Let me know what you guys think of this, though. Everything starts at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern will be that first fight. Chase Hooper and Peter Barrett. That's the early prelim. I will start streaming during that. I'm going to stream all 10 fights tonight, so look forward to that. I look forward to seeing you guys. Let me know if you have any bets out there or any thoughts on who's going to win these fights. Guys, as always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses later.